5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, good day, goodbye, hello. Wherever you are in the world, one of those will apply to you. Well, I've got to say, cheers, everybody. Let's have a celebration. Look, I'm sure he's a very nice guy, and I've met Ian Holloway when everybody hated him, Craig Levine when everybody hated him, and they were both nice guys. But I've got to say, both of them were fucking shit managers at Leicester anyway. And Cooper's gone. Weird that he's gone today after the Chelsea game. Shows what I know about football, because I said the Chelsea game won't be the game that gets him sacked. But it was. There we go. And we did say that I'm glad to say, if nothing else, that Top actually watches this channel, because less than 5 hours ago, we were saying that he needed to grow a pair and make some decisions. I accused him of being Nero and fiddling while the KP burned, like he did with Rodgers. Well, but would you not have thought he should have sacked him during the 2-week break? Or have they got somebody lined up? That is the question. I'm going to quickly, before I bring my guest in, we've got loads of comments to get through. Hi, Fields. Hi, Fields. Hi. We rejoice. Hallelujah. Cooper fan from Forest True Red is in. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Great afternoon. Oh, yay. Stuart Russell. Hi. Great. Bloody last Toppers some balls. Indeed, Gray. Wayne, congratulations, everybody. Hello, Paul, on holiday in Brazil. Well, mate, you crack those coconuts open. Sounds painful, but you've got to have a celebration. Shake your maracas and crack your coconuts. There's the party you won't forget. Michael is in. Hi. Matthew, Toppers pulled a Vichai mode. Attack, let's get the party started. John, the negativity did him in. Nice chap, but he wasn't right for us. Sure, he was a nice chap out of what, my weekend has got better and better. Jeff said, Van Nistelrooy, Moyes or Potter? Well, we'll come on to talk about that. Has he got somebody in mind? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Dave, my guest, will know that song. I hope they have a replacement lined up. Although they're saying at the moment, because his assistants have gone as well, somebody that I've never heard of is running the club. Nice to see it's been early to get someone in quickly, indeed. They will have somebody in by Tuesday, fingers crossed. They did sack Rodgers on a Sunday afternoon. Also, Prell was sacked on a Sunday. Maybe these managers, if they've not had a good result, should just go out for the day. Top has it all sorted. I'm not sure whether that's Carl or Doug, but either of you, good afternoon. Wayne, Bompwell Chris, Paul Chris. He didn't need to mention he was on holiday in Brazil. Look, we're all in a good mood. I'm going to allow that. No, Gray. What management experience have they got? Absolutely sweet FA. Scott says get smashed in the like button. Carl, how do, mate? How are you doing? Bielsa? Nah, who knows? It's pitching down here. Yeah, mate. All I'll say is, look, the predictions chat is the predictions chat. And I literally, whether it's my X, my messenger, my blue sky, everything's been good. My emails, people are trying to hold conversations with me by email. They are for what they are, mate. You know. When is Cooper going to get sacked? Well, Reese, there you go. Mark Robbins, ex-City, easy, quick decisions. I mentioned him not so long ago. They are legends, but you're right, Chris. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. They are legends, but they've got absolutely no experience. Finally, Gray says there, Ruud van Nistelrooy for me. Yes, indeed. Well, look, he's been waiting long enough. He's probably Googled who sang that song, Hallelujah Day. Sing hallelujah. Go on, Dave. I rely on it. You know your stuff. He is my Guinness Book of Records. We'll bring him in, and we're going to be talking bye-bye to Steve Cooper.
Hello.
Dave. Hello. Are we smiling?
We are smiling. We are smiling. Great news.
I mean, look.
I didn't want anybody to lose their job, but
I know you've only got a tea, but cheers, mate. You know.
Cheers, buddy. I'd had enough.
Yes.
I'd had enough, and so'd lots of people. I had a phone call from cousin John this morning, who's not normally shy in his comments, and he, he was just devastated with what a game was like yesterday. And the fact that, it wasn't the result. We didn't expect to win, if we're honest. If you look at the fantasy thing, nobody expected us to win. But
in fact, can I just say, you were quite right about after the Lord Mayor show, mate.
Yeah. Thank you. I could have been right. But, it was the performance, wasn't it? We didn't go for them. We didn't. It's not the Leicester way. With a team that bites their ankles and attacks, and this is how Rodgers got. If you remember that famous Man City game when Guardiola said to Madders, "Why did you not play like that all game?" And he said, "Because you'd have murdered us." Well, you know what? Who cares? Against these top sides, let's give it a go. But we didn't. And it was it was awful, and the players didn't look interested. I didn't think. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's the impression I got.
A few people have said that. And can I just say to Top, will you just piss off? I just literally spent half an hour writing my blog for Tuesday for the BBC.
Well, you might be right.
Sorry?
You might be right. Well, Cooper should be sacked.
Well, funnily enough, and I'm just going to find this here because I just actually want to read to you what I said right at the end of it. So please do bear with me. Upcoming shows.
By the way, while you're looking at that, it was the Jackson 5, isn't it?
No, I don't think it was.
I thought they sang that. Not in that key, obviously. But
no. My last line on the blog that I had pre-written was, Top has to get Cooper out of our club now. It was too late removing Rodgers. We cannot have him fiddling while the KP burns again. So anyway, maybe I'm just going to change that last bit. Who knows?
I think Top's in a difficult place, isn't he? I mean, he doesn't want to get the Watford syndrome.
No.
And he's been loyal. And, even what Enzo said yesterday, it's a lovely place to be. Okay, that's a different argument. But, Enzo believes that the people there care and they're passionate about the club. And the last thing you want as a club owner is to keep being seen to sack people all the time. Else people won't come. And I think Top's probably got it right this time. Definitely got it right this time. But with Rodgers, I get his point in a funny way. I mean, I wish he'd have gone months before, but I get his point. But now, he's made up. We all make mistakes. And now he's putting it right. And we've got plenty of time now to sort it out. I see Ipswich, I think they're losing. That's not a spoiler for you, is it? No.
No.
I think
Well,
we're losing.
I went for 1-1.
You did, which I thought was ridiculous. So they're 1-0 down at the minute, I think.
Yeah, no wonder I'm at the bottom of the league.
Exactly.
But I've got to say, we are not worthy, sir. We are not worthy. It was the Jackson 5.
Was it? Excellent. Yeah. It was the key that put me off. You know, you doing Mason.
Well, I did say last night because Chelsea had Jackson playing up front. Unfortunately, it wasn't Michael. We might have won.
Yeah, he didn't do bad, did he?
No, let's have a look at this. Look, as you know, I'm going to have to say that I wanted Cooper at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Because I thought that he could possibly be like a manager that could keep us in. And that's all it was about this season. If we go down to the Championship, like I've said many, many times, you've got the EFL with the child snatcher on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang waiting for us with the big net. So it's all about finishing 17th. But the worrying thing is, and it is a huge, huge worry, is that we were not getting any better.
No.
And then you look at Ipswich, all right, they're losing now, but they beat Tottenham. Wolves put in 4 past Fulham.
I only said they'd get 2, didn't I? But,
you did.
This is not the prediction show.
Point for that, unfortunately. My 3-1 to Fulham wasn't very good either. No. But look,
I get you.
Thing is that other clubs. Look, we pretty much think Southampton are down.
They were unlucky today. I thought I watched them second half today. They went for it. They were always going for it. Leicester didn't and never would, and that was the disappointment, isn't it?
This Foxes never quit.
Well, we quit a lot this year.
Window, hasn't it?
Yeah, we quit a lot this year, and it's disappointing. Even the wins we got 2 wins.
2 wins
in the league, and they were lucky, weren't they?
Very, and I've said this from the start. Bournemouth battered us in the second half. I didn't see it because I was in Australia, but from what I've heard and the highlights, and instead have got their shooting boots on. This is the team that beat Arsenal and Manchester City.
Yeah.
Grace, you said Southampton had Liverpool on the rack today, but what was the score, by the way, Southampton?
Yeah, 3-2 to Liverpool.
Wow.
Mo Salah should have had a hat trick, really.
My 4-0 was off again.
Yeah.
But we don't show that. The Bournemouth game, we were bloody look Southampton. How fucking lucky were we there?
Yeah, very. And other teams know this because they'll study that and they'll put pressure on us. Now, Chelsea playing like that away from home, we're doing what we should have done against them, really. And I know they dived a little bit, but then everybody does now. It's pathetic. Today, there's a Southampton, was it? Or Liverpool had a wall, and the ball hit the guy's arm in the wall. So he goes down holding his stomach for about 2 minutes, as if he can't breathe.
Yeah.
What is he? Some sort of knob? Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
When you look at the league, like I say, Wolves suddenly, they've caught us up on goal difference and are only a point behind us now. Yeah. Palace only 2 points behind us. They got a draw with Villa, did they?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
Ipswich, all right, they're losing at the moment. Southampton, they're going to go down fighting, a bit like us in the Great Escape year. But if if Palace and Wolves get better than us, and Everton will somehow survive, West Ham will probably not drop that far down. That puts us into the relegation zone. As I said earlier, something had to be done.
Yeah, it did, and it's done, and it's great news. Who we got next? We got Brentford away, haven't we? And then West Ham at home. Is that
West Ham at home? Yes.
So that'll be Brentford away is going to be tough. Whoever you are in charge, West Ham at home is going to be the big one without any shadow of doubt. And it's a baptism of fire, really, for the guy because he's got to win those sort of games if we're going to stay up. It's not the Chelseas, the Man Uniteds, the Liverpool. Man United, no, forget them. The Liverpools. I was going to say Spurs then, and Man City, pointless. Forget them as well.
Yeah,
We could get in Europe at this stage.
We could. But I just think that if they haven't got anybody in mind, then all right, they've made the decision, but it was awful timing because
Yeah,
we were never going to beat Chelsea.
we
And I'm
weren't.
sorry,
No.
the excuse wasn't needed that
No.
we lost to Chelsea. I don't, that on its own, that was never going to sack Cooper.
We've had 2 games with 1 shot on target, which was a penalty.
Yeah,
I mean, that itself speaks for everything. And
4
indeed, he's
shots,
playing
1
the
on
worst
target.
one of his life.
Their goalkeeper did not have to make 1 save yesterday.
No. And against Man United, I thought we'd beat them, and we should have done. But you're right. I mean, it was just the embarrassing thing about it. We've got one of the best Premier League strikers on the pitch over the years,
Yeah,
and he don't get a kick.
no, well, he doesn't get the ball, does he? I
No.
mean, we did the player ratings, and we couldn't give him much because in the first half he only had 4 touches, but it wasn't his fault.
No.
Not getting the ball up to him.
Like they've forgotten how to service him up there.
Well, he's pardon, but I'm sure Rebecca has an idea. But no, it's quite true. Now, there's a jungle challenge for you. But no, the thing is, any other decent manager, we're 12 games into the season now. It's a quarter of the season, a third of the season, in fact, in early. Would have looked at it and go, right, this is the problem. And Tuesdays where we do the chat in City on Tuesday show, that's going to be, about Ndidi and about Faze. How can you keep picking about Faze? Because every time you put him on, he makes a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking to John this morning, and the only thing that Faze has got going for him is his pace at the moment. But it's no good having pace if when you get the ball, you screw up. And it's not as if it's a one-off, is it? I mean, he's in a bad run of form. I mean, he's been great for us over the years since he's been here. But let's drop him. Let's put somebody in who. I mean, the trouble is, I don't know because Harry's having a great time at Stoke, is it?
Yeah.
So I'd have put Harry Suter in, to be honest, to have a bit of muscle to it. But
to be honest with you, I'm exactly the same. But when you look at the standard of players that we've got, which is Harry Suter out on loan. Tom Cannon, okay, I know it's a championship, but he's young, he's attacking, he wants to have a go. And that's when, things happen. On loan at Sheffield United. Alves, every time he comes on, all he ever does is run at the opposition, can't get off the bloody bench. Cooper, I mean, they often said, didn't they, that Brendan Rodgers would die on the hill that was Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah,
because he picked him and picked him and picked him, and I think that's been it with Cooper. To be honest with you, he's stuck by players that basically just haven't been good enough.
No, or are not motivated enough. I know you, me, and Brad certainly find it difficult to understand why you cannot be motivated to play in a team like Leicester, but some of these guys really don't give a shit, to be honest, and they show that now.
Do you think? I mean, look, we saw Cooper, getting booked again, having to go at the referees again. It's like he doesn't come out and do a post-match press conference anymore. He just records the one from last week and plays it. And says, "Listen to that. Quote me again." When you get to that point so early in the season where just the same things are being repeated week after week after week, you've got, you're in trouble.
Yeah, he's clutching at straws. He's blaming it's a classic Welsh problem, isn't it? Blame everybody else but yourselves. This is not the view of Leicester Till I Die TV.
No, we like the Welsh. We do.
I don't personally, but actually, one of my best mates is Welsh, but he's more into rugby. But it is a classic Welsh whinge, isn't it? It's somebody else's fault, but not ours. And you've got to look at yourself and say, "What the hell am I doing wrong here?" Talk to people who can help you or deal with it, change things. John again said to me, he's probably the worst manager. Well, you said 2 of the worst managers we had. I actually thought the Scottish guy might do all right. I've forgotten his name now.
Craig Levine.
Craig Levine. He wasn't doing too bad at one stage, and it went wrong. But don't forget another Scotsman, Frank McClintock, who was
Oh,
definitely
don't.
the worst
Don't.
manager we've ever had that you and I can remember.
Yes, yes.
But he had a hard act to follow with Matt Gillis.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
But the
No,
point
Jimmy
is,
Bloomfield he followed, didn't he?
he followed. Yeah, he did 77, wasn't it? Yeah, he did. Sorry. Well, 2 hard acts to follow. I mean, we didn't win anything with Jimmy Bloomfield, but what a manager, what a team, what
Exactly.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Now,
Craig Levein had a 28.5% win record.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
Ian Holloway had 28.
Yeah, well, don't stop me on
Let's have a look going down here.
And by the way, I agree with you. Ian Holloway was a lovely guy.
Yes, he was.
But he had a bad time at Leicester.
He did. It was he took Blackpool up, so we know he's a good manager. I think any manager would have taken us down. But Dean Smith got a 25% win record. Steve Cooper, 21%. 21.5%. And that kind of sums it up.
What's Frank Lampard got?
Oh, let's not go there. I'm going to be coming on to managers soon.
I'll tell you what, before I know you are, but before first spell at Chelsea was all right.
Yeah, because it's funny, he wasn't allowed to buy players. Exactly. And he had to work with what he got. Do you remember a certain manager? Oh, what was he? Peter Taylor, who did all right.
Don't remember him.
He did all right when he took over because he had the team that Martin O'Neill left. And once he started bringing in his own players...
Oh, come on. You can't say Junior Lewis was that bad.
I can. I can say that Junior Lewis was even worse than Daniel Amati.
Oh.
Ooh.
Swindon got beat yesterday as well, so Ian Holloway's not having a fun time.
No,
might get him back.
It's the ghosts in the stadium, apparently. Right, let's just we've got a lot of comments to catch up on. Let's get the party started. The negativity, I think I may have done these. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, we have. I hope they have a replacement lined up. No Rodgers situation again. I mean, that is the thing, is that at least now, because my worry was, and whether I think Moyes would keep us up, I think Potter would keep us up, and I think Ruud van Nistelrooy would keep us up. Then we'll just talk about those 3 at the moment. Okay. But if we had left it any longer, all right, Wolves don't look like they're going to sack the manager now. Obviously, Ipswich won't. But Southampton might, West Ham might, Palace might. We've done it first, so we have at least got the better choice of manager, hopefully.
I never thought I'd say this, but I quite fancy David Moyes to do it. I've listened to a few podcasts where he's been on. He talks a lot of sense.
Well, the rumours are...
It goes against his persona, with football management. So, but, I wouldn't mind that.
I've seen a few things with him, like you say, and he was one of 3 that I wanted. Cooper was one, Moyes was one, and McKenna, I think, was Corberon, was the 3rd.
Yeah, you said McKenna. I remember that, I think.
Yeah. But look, Cooper just hasn't worked out, and we don't know until we take somebody on, And the problem is that, like when O'Neill came, and he had a bad start, but he had the time to put it right. We haven't got that time because, like I say, we have to stay up.
We never played that bad, though, Chris. We never played that bad under Martin O'Neill. We just lost matches, but we were always, from what I remember, even the Sheffield United game. I remember we were kind of always in it, but we didn't get the breaks, and I don't know. You know what fans are like. We hear it every day, and we see it every day.
We are. We're a fickle lot, aren't we?
Yeah.
But when we went down, when we did the Great Escape.
Yeah.
And I travelled 7.5 hours. I'm sure it gets longer every time I tell this story.
Yeah, it's about 5 hours the other week.
Well, I went overnight. I went up from Bournemouth up to Leicester and back again. I had a season ticket at the time with my son. But at least, and we were losing, and obviously we were bottom for a long, long time. But my God, we were putting, we put fight in, didn't we? There was fight in that team.
Yeah, but do you remember, even then, how many Pearson outs were on your website? Or everybody's website. Yeah. Pearson out every week, every day almost. And I didn't agree with that because I thought he was doing all right. We just didn't get the rub of the green.
No.
He had a good
Every time
team.
we went out, we fought.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Well, you wouldn't dare not with Nigel Pearson in charge, would you? To be fair,
No, is that you
get nutted on the way back. Yeah.
Indeed. And he obviously, he went on and turned it round. Of course he did.
Yeah.
I think we've done that one as well.
Tags has been in charge interim, hasn't he? Do you remember? I can't remember who was sacked, but Tags and somebody else was in charge. Certainly at Chelsea in the League Cup that time, when we lost about 4-3, and one or two others games like that. Yes, is that cousin John? No, I don't think so, mate. I don't know. Mark Robins done great at Coventry, but
I actually, when Coventry first sacked him, I actually made the comment that if Leicester were to get rid of Cooper, I wouldn't necessarily be against Mark Robins.
No, I wouldn't be against it. I just don't know. I don't know why, because I've never been a fan of David Moyes, being negative and all that. But I don't know. I've changed my view.
He kept West Ham up.
We got them in Europe, didn't he?
And he got them into Europe. He won them the European Conference Cup. I spoke to the West Ham fan, and he, Jake, and he was saying Lopetegui is not the right man, but Moyes had to go. And sometimes managers just run out of steam and need a new challenge. We do. That's why we change jobs, isn't it?
Yeah, but West Ham have got a high opinion of themselves. They think they can play the Bobby Moore, Jeff Hurst, Peters way still.
Yeah.
And they haven't been that attractive for years, but it's still in there. It's like us saying about the 70s side, oh, we should play like we did then. Well, that's like, 50 years ago or something? Seems like it. It is.
I'm too young to remember it.
50 years ago, Chris.
I was still in nappies.
Yeah, right.
No, I wore nappies at 12.
Yeah, you ain't far behind me, pal.
Cooper is a lovely bloke, but you've got to be cutthroat too. You just got to be good to be a manager, Ray. We had no identity, no game plan. Nice guy, Cooper, but was out of his depth. Absolutely, Dave, have to go, even if you lose, leave everything on the pitch. Exactly. I think Vardy has something to do with it because he was pissed off when he got subbed. Probably pissed off because it wasn't his fault. He did change one or two other things. Steve Cooper never had the connection with the fans or players, arguing with players on the sidelines. Conor Cody looked as manager at times. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. That's Jackson 5. My God. Hello, cousin Dave.
Hello, John.
Take the job. You aren't much cop, but you're better than Cooper.
Cheers, pal. I've won trophies in my time as manager, mate. Don't forget that.
Most recently as well. Recently.
Yeah. I didn't have much to do with that one, but by royal assent, I'm here tonight.
You are. We are not worthy, sir. Saying grit goes, Chris. Never do today what you can. Well, that was with my BBC thing, wasn't it? Everybody's agreeing. We have a chance at Brentford now. We're finished if we go down. Probably. They had Liverpool on the rocks at times. That's Southampton. Southampton, Ipswich, Everton and Leicester are the 4 worst teams in the league.
I don't think that's too wrong,
Hey, not. What about Graham Potter?
Oh, fuck Graham Potter. He didn't come last time, screw it. No.
Well, apparently, according to Locks this morning, I think when we got Cooper, Burnley were after him. They offered him the job, and he said, I want a little bit longer to think about it, which they gave him. He then said, I'm still not decided. So they withdrew the offer. So whether Leicester felt, God, if we don't get Cooper, we're going to lose him. But the other foot was that Potter wanted to bring his own men in to replace the likes of Rudkin and all that. I think
also, Chris, don't forget, which you've always banged on about in the past, we were under potential 10-point ban or 12-point ban at that stage. So why would you want to take over a Leicester team who are going to struggle in the Premier League with another 12 points minus. I mean, it just wouldn't. We would have gone down without any doubt at all.
Yes,
And Cooper took it. Now, whether he was desperate to get back into management or whether it was, it was an offer he couldn't refuse, I don't know. But it would. Nobody else would have taken it.
Well, no, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Luke says in, and Luke's a Forest fan. You're welcome, Luke. Fighting against relegation was always going to happen. It was, but it's like I've just said before, it is the manner in which you lose. And like I say, the 2 wins that we got, we didn't deserve.
No.
And when you look at the other teams, like I said, like the Wolves and the Palaces, they're starting to get some results together. So we are literally now, we are 16th. We're just 1 point ahead of Wolves. At one point, we were 6-7 points clear.
I don't think Forest played that bad under Cooper, did they? I mean, from what I remember, Forest were playing all right, even when they were struggling.
Forest loved him, to be honest.
Apart from at our place that year, the 4-0, but they survived.
He got them up. So again, he had some.
He kept them up.
Had something in the bank, didn't he? A bit like Rodgers did with the FA Cup. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, that was his press conferences. Blame shifting. McClintock. Somebody else remembers him.
That was the year I got married and moved down to Surrey. From the
trying to get away, were you?
Did I get some shit down there, Chelsea fans, and asked, oh God. And we went down with about the record points, wasn't it, or something? I think we scored about 5 goals. We were reminiscing this morning about the Roger Davis and people like that,
Oh God, yeah.
I know. Lammy Watkins, Lammy Robertson. Oh Jesus, I'm going all shivery now. Carry on.
Well, more shivery. Dan, hi Dan, how are you doing from Turf Moorhouse TV, the Burnley fan channel? You're welcome to Poach Parker.
Well, I always said he'd be the boy, Dan. I mean, everybody disagreed, but he's doing a sterling job up there, isn't he?
All I can say is, I've said before to you, Dan, thank you very much for taking one for the rest of the league. We're improving with Martin, with Cooper we're getting worse. Exactly. Agreed about the Great Escape season. We were in the games 100%. Hi Jim, how you doing? All the way from America. Chris, I think the chairman heard us on the post-match debate show yesterday. If that on this morning's show, I think he never know, he may listen. I want Potter to be next Leicester City manager, says Scott Chapman. When Peter Taylor got job, David Moyes was interviewed for the job, but they went for Peter Taylor, who was England manager at the time. England under whatever manager.
Yeah.
What was Cooper? He's been England under 17 manager, maybe.
Yeah. We were top of the league as well, weren't we? As you said, on Martin O'Neill's team. And then we played Man United reserves at home, got done 3-0, I think it was. You
remember, we were actually top of the league for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That was a break, wasn't it?
Shush! Don't ruin things.
I remember Birch taking the piss out of the Man United players. Ask, have you won any trophies lately? The reserves beat us 3-0. Beckham, Scholes, Giggs, and whoever else was on the bench.
Yeah. Right, this is what LCFC said. Leicester City Football Club has parted company with Steve Cooper, who leaves his position as first-team manager with immediate effect. Assistant manager Alan Tate and first-team coach and analyst Steve Rands have also left the club. Steve, Alan and Steve depart with our thanks for their contribution, seriously, during their time with the club and with our best wishes for the future. Yeah. Men's first-team training will be overseen by first-team coach Ben Dawson, supported by coaches Danny Alcock and Andy Hughes, as the club begins the process of appointing a new manager, which we hope to conclude as soon as possible. Does that sound like they've got somebody lined up?
Yeah.
It just seems strange, as if having had a 2-week break, that you wait until you come back to sack.
Well, he spent 2 weeks getting somebody. And the Chelsea game at home, we probably weren't expecting too much, apart from a bit of bottle. And therefore, let's do it. We've got Brentford coming up. We've got West Ham coming up. They're the games we need to win. So this is a good time to get that new manager thing going.
See, I thought he would get somebody in before the Chelsea game because that would give the new manager the
maybe.
chance to assess the players without any expectancy on them. Because if the new manager comes in, say, Monday, Tuesday, we would look and go, well, you know what? Brentford's a bit beatable. They're up and down this season, where Chelsea, even with the new manager, we wouldn't have expected to win, would we?
No, but don't forget now, it's different. I mean, the videos of individual players as Opta statistics or whatever it's called. You know, all that now, you don't really need to watch games too often live before you take the job. But I just think that was his ploy. And I think the guy will be announced on Monday or Tuesday. Or is it Sunday today? Maybe Tuesday. Maybe even tomorrow. Oh, hello. You've frozen on me. Anyway, the weather's horrendous down here. And
Well, I'm down here with you.
You are.
That sounds wrong. Please don't take that any other way.
Where's Brad?
He's out with his woman.
He's having Sunday lunch in a quite romantic nook.
He's probably got more chance of scoring than Daka has with an open goal.
Ooh.
Oh.
Did he get on Daka? He did, didn't he? Yeah.
He did. But let me just say this, because this was part of what I said as well. How many mistakes does Faze have to make for him to be dropped? And why is indeed he still wearing a Leicester shirt? Patson Daka returned with Cooper having said he had watched all the City's games last season. Was that Exeter City's? Because if he'd watched Leicester's, he would have seen Daka couldn't hit a barn door from 2 foot. And you're like, yeah.
Have we got any other strikers?
Yeah, we got the youth and power that is Edouard and Dakova Reid.
Edouard, even Brendan didn't sign him, and he had him at Celtic for about 3 years.
Yes,
but wouldn't sign him for Leicester.
Look, don't you start defending Daka now. Everybody's been having a pop at Daka when I was defending him. Now I'm having a go at him when everybody's defending him.
I think Daka's all right. You never know.
You
New
Daniel
manager,
Marty, mate. That's saying nothing.
I'd have him back, manager.
Play a manager.
Yeah, why not? He's had his contract cancelled overseas, hasn't he?
Has
Wherever
he?
the hell he was. Yeah, he's a free agent.
So you are actually following him?
Well, only once, because I thought he was at Celtic. I heard in the window he was signing up for Celtic, but then Brendan pulled out or something. And I would, I'd play Marty in midfield or up front.
I wouldn't have him back anywhere near the top.
No, but he's better than a defender.
My only liking for Marty is to wind you up.
I know, and it works.
Yes. Leicester City have sacked manager Steve Cooper, says the BBC, with the club 16th in the Premier League after 12 games.
They're really quick on the ball.
No. Then these are a while ago. I'm just sort of reading all the different ones. The Foxes were beaten 2-1 by Chelsea side managed by former Foxes Enzo Maresca. He's less than 5 months he's been in charge. Took over in the summer. I mean, when Ranieri came in, he only tweaked things, didn't he? Cooper's come in, and a side that has spent 12 months getting used to the way that Enzo wanted them to play, he came in and literally changed everything.
Well, he played different fullbacks for a start. Fullbacks that run on but can't defend. I quite liked Christensen 2 years ago, was it? I thought he was doing all right. And then we sent him away. We did all right at the back. And I know it's only the championship. Oh, yeah. But I do wonder about whether our defenders can defend, and I don't think they can. I've been moaning about the back four all season.
Yes.
Giving the balls away.
Haven't you just?
And it's come to roost because we can see goals when we shouldn't.
Yeah. I have to say that, in fairness, Christensen was my man of the match yesterday.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Although he didn't
couldn't see how there was one. I don't see how you could have one yesterday, to be honest.
Now, Steve Walsh, Mr. Leicester, says, I feel sorry for Steve Cooper. He's been up against it. Having a gang-bang. We're having a ball. A gang-bang up against
That's
the
very
wall.
surprisingly politically correct of Walshy, isn't it?
Yes. And unfortunately, I can't read it out because it's a video. And can I just say, just sidetracking, by the way, I'm going to be having Black Lace coming on the show soon.
Oh my life. Well, actually, which one? Because the original guy's dead, isn't he?
Well, both of them are.
Oh, so it's the new Black Lace, is it?
It's. I'm going through a medium. Sorry.
There's another Black Lace sorted out. I think
there's two new men. Well, no, when the first one went, there was one of the old originals and a new one. Then the other original's gone. He was the 70, and a new guy's come in.
Oh, there's nothing, 70. That's young. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, but
he was 70.
Oh. Do and Superman and all that.
He's got to die.
How old are you, mate?
69. Thank you very much.
Right, shall we have a look at the next manager odds? Now, then, we'll start at the bottom. Well, I'm going to miss a few of the bottom ones out. Cambiasso is 33-1. Now, this is according to Leicestershire Live.
Can you get through the adverts?
But again, has he got... Yeah, indeed. Has he got the experience? No. Daniel Farke, seriously? No.
Not going to happen.
33-1, both of those. 25-1 is Scott Parker. No, he's doing so well at Burnley, and I like Burnley. I wouldn't want to damage Burnley's chances of coming up. He's 25-1. Marty Cifuentes is 25-1. Now, this is interesting.
He was in LA Law, wasn't
he? Yeah, probably. 25-1, and let's be honest, Ipswich have just equalised, apparently.
Oh, shit.
Go on, blow the whistle and end it now. End it now. I went for 1-1. End it now, blow the whistle. At 25-1, a manager who has said that he would love to manage a lower team in the Premier League, Mr. Jose Mourinho.
Well, I did wonder, although then I heard a thing that said he wouldn't want to manage a team that could go down. Well, that
which I get.
Well, does he want somebody at the bottom of the Premier League, near the bottom, or that can go down, or that he can turn around? I think.
It was very much tongue in cheek, wasn't it? Because of the rows with the refs and what have you.
Yeah, but I do wonder what a way to sign off before you become Portugal's manager.
Well, that would be the obvious move for him.
2 or 3 years at Leicester, and then move on.
Paper lace, Billy, don't be a hero. First single I ever bought that.
Oh, God, was it?
Well, it wasn't, but I daren't admit to the other one. So I'm going with that. It's the lesser of two evils.
It's as bad as tell Laurie I love her or whatever it was. Died in...
Gary O'Neill, 25-1. No, thank you. Now, this is interesting. Eric Ten Hag at 25-1.
Well,
he did all right. Was it Ajax he was at?
He ain't a bad manager. I mean,
nobody
can succeed at Man United.
Exactly. You know, they've had World Cup winning managers are there, and they whoever goes, as I always say, becoming a manager of Old Trafford is really, really hard when the whole club is built on a swamp.
Yeah,
and that's what it is because the club's just sinking. Rob Edwards, 22-1. No, thank you very much. Will Still, 20-1. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 20-1. Maurizio Sarri, 20-1.
Kathy would like Ollie Golly.
Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't. I mean, he struggled with Cardiff, didn't he? But then that was one of his first jobs. And let's be honest, he got Man United to second, didn't he? And to a European final. Now, this one might interest you here. I think you'll be having a sneaky quid on this one at 20-1. Lee Carsley.
Another Welshman.
He's Irish, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Same thing.
Yeah. No,
just a bit of water in between them.
Yes. Let's get to the serious ones, though. Who we could probably be looking at. I mean, no Carsley, please no.
No, because in England under 21 and Welsh or Irish or whatever. No.
Yes, we've been there, seen that.
Doesn't even know the national anthem.
Yeah. Liam Rossignol is 18-1, but he's been out of a job. I don't know what he's doing now.
Nothing, I don't think, but he did a good job. I don't know what happened there. Something.
He was at Hull, wasn't he?
Yeah, they nearly got promoted.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the manager, because everybody
Uh,
said at the time, what the hell are they doing sacking him?
Mm.
Now, for me, we're looking at a manager here that's got no Premier League experience. Just looking to see where he is. French club. This was on July. He is managing Strasbourg in France.
Ah.
So I doubt that he would come. But yeah, I mean, he just fell out with the owner, to be honest with you. But sometimes, and let me ask you this: do you go for a manager like that, or Corberon, who's at 14-1, Carrick is at 18-1? One of those up and coming managers, like Martin O'Neill was when we took him on, but we can't risk it because we just can't afford to go down, because that would really, I think we wouldn't get back for like 10 years.
But mind you, we said that 2 years ago, didn't we?
Yes.
Not what happened.
You know.
I don't know, Chris. I think experience is important when you're going into the Premier League, but then newbies, whatever you want to call them, have that excitement and what the hell attitude.
Sometimes take the risk, but I'm just a bit worried. Like I say, if we go down, that the EFL are waiting for us. Georgie Foot says, "Good news today, Uncle." Is that, I presume, is that your niece?
No, not that I know of. I thought it was yours.
No, not mine. That's why I left it up. I thought it was yours. Who is your uncle? And why haven't they been paying the alimony? Oh, no, that's the father, isn't it? Sacking the manager never felt so good. The special fox, yeah. My Ray Stevens, the streak. I think suddenly you've made my Billy Don't Be a Hero by Paper Lace look half respectable.
No, neither of them are respectable.
What was yours then? Come on.
My first purchase, I think, was Please Me.
And the Berkeley Beatles. You can't go wrong with the Beatles song. Not Southgate. No. I didn't, John. I didn't. Gray did. I haven't got that far up the thing yet. Of the squad to stay up with the right man at the helm, Wayne Rooney.
Oh,
that's never going to happen. That is never going to happen.
Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Though?
He'd be there for a day.
Yes. Right. So Carlos Corberan 14-1. Of course, we were happy with. Now we're getting in now to the top four. Carlos Corberan is fifth favourite, 14-1. 12-1. Mark Robbins.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be upset.
No, I'm surprised Coventry got rid of him, but they obviously
have they got a manager yet?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I thought what did he call them? Whatever talks with Frank Lampard.
Oh,
not finalised.
Andrew Van Nistelrooy apparently, but he might be waiting. He might be waiting for a Premier League club. Who knows?
Oh, there was one here.
Third favourite at 7-1. David Moyes.
Okay.
Which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. At 5-2. And second favourite, Graham Potter.
Yeah, forget it.
And at 6-4, and the favourite currently, according to Leicestershire Live, to be a Leicester City manager. Have a drum roll. In fact, hang on, I might have a drum roll. Hang on a second. Don't do it. Have I got a drum roll? Yes, here we go, everybody.
Well, I've never waited so long for a drum roll.
I don't think that worked, really.
I waited a long time for a sausage roll, but never a drum roll.
You start on sausages again. 6-4, and favourite to be next Leicester City manager, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Now that would, if we went out and got Ruud van Nistelrooy, that would be throwing down a mark of intent, wouldn't it?
But doesn't that come back to the experience again that you are keen on?
He's managed PSV, and let's face it, he didn't do bad at Man United. Although you could argue that he did only play Leicester twice in a League Cup game.
Yeah, pretty shitty performances, weren't they? Really, Coventry Lampard
did enough to beat us.
Well, to be fair, anybody could have no shots on target.
I'm just trying to find because that's Leicestershire Live, and I don't know who they've used. And that's LCFC.
They've probably found what's the name up in Leicester? Ladbrokes in their place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bet365. Let's have a look. This was done 17 minutes ago. They have got favourite Ruud van Nistelrooy, second favourite David Moyes, third favourite Graham Potter, then Mark Robbins, then Carlos Corberán, and then pretty much, to be honest with you, it goes down down the same list. Cambiasso 25-1.
But they're people like us betting. That's what creates the odds. So it's not as if there's any inside knowledge there, I wouldn't think, unless Top's had a bet on them.
Well, exactly. £1 million on Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
One way of getting money. Although he'd be using bet bc.game, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
While they're still going.
It's an interesting report they sent you.
Yes. Apparently, I emailed them and they had the decency to email me back, and it's all administrative, so we will see.
Yeah, I get that.
Who would you... I said, when Graham Potter allegedly turned us down in the summer, I said, how often can you ask a girl out? And she keeps saying no. But
actually, if we were about 4 or 5 times, if I remember.
Did you? Did you wear her down in the end?
She asked me out in the end.
Hey.
Don't spread that around, John, all right?
Did she got nothing to do one night. Her hair was washed and she thought, what can I do?
Yeah.
That annoying stalker that keeps ringing me. I'll give him a go.
She found me a challenge. That was what it was.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
But
look, no,
I'd go for 2 of those, Chris, to be honest, if it was my choice. But then, hey, what do I know? And that's the top 2. I think Ruud would be an exciting appointment. Whether it'd be successful, and I don't know. And I think if you're on a track record, then it's got to be David Moyes. Got to be. Because A, he can't play any worse football than the shit we've been producing this year. B, he's got that. He kept Everton in a false position for 10, 15 years. Man United, he was unlucky. He had a decent record there. Not a good one, but a decent one. And he directly followed Ferguson. West Ham, I thought there's only some of the West Ham fans that didn't think he was that good. But, to win a European trophy, and if it is a Mickey Mouse one, ain't a bad thing, is it?
No, and I think, to be honest with you, he kept them up, but they didn't offer him a contract. They then brought him back in, and he kept them up again, and then he got them into Europe. Then they won and I think it's a bit like, in fairness, and I'm not being off, but a lot of Leicester fans think we're probably bigger than we are because we've won that trophy. Well, you can't see it, but the Premier League trophy and the FA Cup. We're still only Leicester City. We're not suddenly in the top 6, and I think West Ham fans had that feeling as well.
You know what though? I think the annoying thing is we could have been if Brendan and his team would have sorted it out and not blamed everybody else for the errors. We could have been, and I know you hate it when I say it, but 2 years on the trot, we could have been in the Champions League apart from the last game, Man United and Tottenham, or Tottenham Man United, whichever way around it was, and we threw it away. But we were, for those extra 2 years, we were pretty impressive.
No, we were. And in fairness, West Ham were for 1 year. But, apparently the guy that's going to be taking over is a former Newcastle United man. And a former Newcastle United coach in charge of first team training. So that Ben, whatever he was called, I hate this when they don't tell you his name for about 5 paragraphs. I don't think they've given him the name at all. I think Moyes, if we're looking for the safe pair of hands, and I don't mean safe pair of hands because Cooper was always, I thought, might just keep us up. But then we've watched how he plays. But I think if it's a safe pair of hands, it has to be Moyes. Cooper, I don't think would do a bad job because he did all right at Brighton.
Cooper?
I'm not Cooper. Potter. I'm going Cooper mad here. Potter.
Well, actually, they're both jobs, aren't they? Cooper and a Potter.
Showing your age now, mate.
Yeah,
Showing your age. And Parker's known as the bin man, so let's hope.
And Moyes is what?
We're not going there.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
Sunday.
You're a dirty old man, David. A dirty old man.
Not on a Sunday, please.
You. Even I didn't think that. I tell you.
Okay.
But no, and I think Van Nistelrooy is the exciting one. You know, like
Yeah.
when we got relegated, nobody expected Enzo to come in. He was well left field. But when he did come in, here's this guy that 6 days earlier had been holding the Champions League trophy up. So it was
very honest, Chris, I didn't know him. I didn't know who he was, really. All I knew was he was assistant at Man City, but that's all nothing else.
No,
but
no.
If Rude's taken on, then at least Jamie Vardy will have somebody to snipe at, won't he? 11 on the trot. He broke his record, didn't he? Of 10 on the trot.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, boss, how many goals you score in that 10, boss?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind either of them. I really wouldn't.
No. In fact, I wouldn't mind any three, Potter, Moyes, or Van Nistelrooy. Because we're in a different position to where we were at the start of the season. And all right, Cooper's turned us down a lot, but we could do worse. And
Potter!
Fucking Potter. It's been a long day. I had to get up and do a show at 12 o'clock this morning. I'm normally back in bed by then.
Just think of beer for Cooper and flowers for Potter or something.
Think of Harry. Think of a wizard.
Oh, wonderful.
But so if Potter was to come in, I wouldn't be 100% against it, to be honest. I think whoever comes in, we've got to get behind them. And we've got 2/3 of the season left.
Yeah.
He's got a long chance to do it. It's not like with Dean Smith. And like I said, making that early announcement has meant that he has, we have got the advantage on the other teams around there that might be thinking of doing the same. Although I don't think Wolves will now, and obviously Ipswich are never going to.
I think he'll be talking to somebody now who hasn't got a job. And that is one of those three.
Well,
so whoever it is will probably be at the King Power now.
Yes. My oh my, you need a cup of tea. I'll stick to my cider, thank you very much. Dave, thank you very much for coming on at the last minute.
You're welcome, pal.
I can go back and finish watching my film now, can I?
Have a good one tomorrow.
I've got to. Yeah, we'll probably. Yeah, I've got to go and prepare for some bloody radio show in the morning now.
Can't believe you're going to do that.
Thankfully, I've only got 2 hours because the last hour is an interview, so I'll just stick that on play and snooze for 50 minutes.
If you hear anything in the morning, can you let me know? Just on the radio. I might listen if I can be.
Yeah, I will do. Gray was watching Apache while those wagons were circling. Gray, I was watching Line of Duty.
Oh, really?
For about the 5th time.
Oh no, the series, yeah.
Yes, yeah, for the 5th time. Dave, thank you so very much,
right,
guys.
Mate.
You can listen to Dave every Saturday and Sunday morning from 7 till 9, surreyhillsradio.co.uk, and click Listen Live.
Saturday morning's the hangover. Saturday morning's the hangover show. Sunday morning's more sensible. Actually, I'm doing 9 till 11 on Sunday at the moment. So.
Really? A 4-hour?
Dan and Nicola have been doing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory show at Epsom, so I'm covering for them. I know. On that note, I'll leave you alone.
That reminds me of the joke on Mock the Week. Dave couldn't believe his girlfriend allowed him to go in the chocolate factory. She'd been against it for years.
And it's goodbye from me.
All right, mate. Take care. Thanks very much. I'll message you as soon as I know something. Take care.
Cheers, mate. See you, John.
Bye-bye.
Bye, John.
Bye-bye. Oh, thanks very much. Sorry. That's me. You see, I'm just in a happy mood now. That's what it is. Yeah, hopefully I will. Yeah, it's nice to have Dave back on. Thanks to Dave for popping in. Very late minute, and it's Sunday afternoon as well, so everybody was out with the families. I could have done it on my own, but it's always nice to bounce off somebody. He's gone. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Look, unfortunately, you only get sacked when you're awful at your job as a football manager. I want to feel sorry for him, but it was awful. I wanted him back in the summer, and then I've seen how he has played. And it has been awful. We haven't got better. You know, there was no progression there at all. Who's it going to be? Look, if it's Van Nistelrooy, I'll be excited. If it's Moyes, I'd feel confident. And if it's Potter, I'd feel we'll have him for a season, and I'm not sure what happens. If he does keep Leicester up, will that mean he'll go on? Who knows? But then again, once bitten, twice shy with Chelsea. Guys, unless anything else happens, we will be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I will be here with Tom. That's him with the beard, not ZZ Top, YY Fronts. And we'll be doing, rounding up the Premier League weekend, which will obviously, we'll be talking about Mr. Cooper again. Thanks very much to everybody who's been in the chat. Grey Modding, as always, thank you, sir. I think Scott was in earlier as well. Remember, smash the likes, not the Chocolate Factory. Smash the likes. If you've anybody seen that Roy Keane video going about with Jill Scott. But no, smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to become a subscriber, and it does help the channel out immensely. The other two are free. So to be a member, it's only $1.99. I'm drunk. I don't care. I'm just in a happy mood. I have no idea what the bloody hell I'm saying. Thanks very much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Have a good rest of the weekend. Somehow, I think you might. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.